Hello guys, today I'm going to be making a dish that a popular vlogger by the name of Yolanda Renee made on one of her vlog videos. It's a chicken omelet. This is going to be my first time making a chicken omelet. I've never even thought to put chicken in an omelet before, but I love trying new recipes. You might as well try something new. Don't do the same thing all the time. I may put some things that she put in there, but I'm going to put my own spin on it and put some things in there that she didn't put in there. If I don't put some things in there, it's because either I don't like it or I don't have it on hand. So if you want to see me recreate this dish by the popular vlogger Yolanda Renee, stay tuned guys. Okay guys, this is what I have to make my omelet. I have some sharp cheddar cheese, I have a red onion, I have a bell pepper that has some cut off. I'm going to put some of that in there. Mozzarella, I have white mushrooms, I have 2 chicken breasts that I seasoned yesterday and I let them sit all night in the seasoning. I'm going to cover them and bake them in the oven for about 20 to 25 minutes until they're done and that the juices run clear when I put pork in. Okay, let me cut up my onions, my bell pepper, my mushrooms. Let this camera charge for a bit because it's low, and I'll return. I have 2 chicken breasts that I'm going to season up for my omelets. I'm going to put some black pepper on it. Garlic powder, onion powder, lemon pepper, creole seasoning, smoked paprika, poultry seasoning. And I'm going to rub it into the meat real good, and then I'm going to bake them in the oven covered for about 20 to 25 minutes. Okay, I've cut my mushrooms up. I have some garlic I cut up, my red onion, bell pepper, and I have my eggs here in the bowl. I'm going to use probably about 4 or 5 for each omelet. And since I have so many mushrooms and they're trying to turn dark on me, I'm going to go ahead and saute all those and saute those first because I'm going to just get what I need for right now out and then cut them up in the same size as these onions and the bell peppers are. But the rest I'm going to freeze for a later dish. Okay, here I have my mushrooms in some olive oil. I'm going to saute those down really well and then take out what I need and freeze the rest. And I have my chicken in the oven. It has 12 more minutes left on the timer, and I'm just going to let these go, finish cooking up. Have them on medium heat. I'm just going to saute them down until they're nice and soft the way I want them for my dish. The mushrooms are turning a good, nice brown color, and they're softening up really well. I don't really eat mushrooms in my omelet, but I'm going to do this because my husband, he loves mushrooms, so I'm going to put this in his omelet. And I'll put a little soy sauce on them just to give them a better color and a nicer flavor. And that was olive oil that I was sauteing those in. And they smell good too, even though I don't eat them, but these are done good. I'm going to take these out and get ready to put my onions and bell peppers in. Onions and bell peppers are going now. They're in olive oil also. saute those up and let them get a little bit soft to go in my recipe. And I'm going to season these with a little bit of creole seasoning. We like things spicy in this house. Not overly spicy, but with a little kick. My garlic's in there now. I just have to have garlic with onions. I think they go together like peanut butter and jelly. They just are made for one another to me. So that's why I put some garlic in here. I'm telling you, my husband is going to love this omelet. This is going to be the first omelet I've made for him in years. He's been making his own omelets, but I just kind of got out of the habit of making omelets a long time ago. And when I saw that video that Yolanda Renee made, it just looked so good, so I thought I'd try it. Okay, that's ready. I'm going to check on my chicken in a minute. It has about 5 minutes left on it. And then we'll be ready to assemble this omelet. Time to check on my chicken. It has not done a thing in the world. It's been in here 25 minutes. I think I'm going to have to let this go at least about 30 more minutes. Maybe 20. And then I'll come back and let you see what it's doing. Okay, here's what I have to go in my husband's omelet right here. This is his mushrooms. I cut them up into little pieces about the same size as the onions and bell peppers. And these are diced tomatoes that I had. They came in a can. They're diced tomatoes with jalapeños in them. I had them for a recipe on yesterday, my red beans and rice recipe, and I didn't use them, so why not put them in this recipe? Perfect use for them right here. And I've beaten those 5 eggs, and I'm going to add a little bit of creole seasoning in my eggs to make it a little bit spicy. A little bit of black pepper going in there. And I'm still waiting on my chicken. When that finishes, I'm going to put a little butter in my skillet along with a little vegetable oil. Also, I want some extra insurance to make sure it does not stick. And then we'll be on our way. Timer is going off. Let me see what it's doing now. Now this more like it. So it's been going a total of 40 minutes. I'm going to stick this fork in it and see whether the juices run clear or not. As you can see, it's still a little bit pink coming out, but that'll do just fine because it's going to keep cooking once you take it out of the oven anyway. And you'd rather it have a little bit of pinkness to it because it'll still be very, very moist that way. So I'm going to let this cool, and then I'll shred my meat off the bone and get my skillet ready to put this omelet together. Here's the chicken. I just took 2 forks and shredded some of it. I'm just going to use only a small amount, and the rest I'll shred off and just keep it to use it for a chicken salad recipe. I have 2 tablespoons of butter in the skillet, and I'm going to put a drop of regular vegetable oil in there just to make sure that it does not stick. Okay, here's the eggs going in. Sprinkle those tomatoes on there. The onions, mushrooms, put all that in there. Add the amount of chicken that you want in yours. Here's my mozzarella cheese. Sprinkling some of that in there. And I'm going to put some slices of cheese on this because my husband, he's a cheese hog. He loves cheese. Now I'm going to try to flip this thing. I haven't done an omelet in so long. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. This one is a monster omelet. But that's the way he likes it. He likes everything big, with a lot of meat, a lot of cheese. That's just him. And you just let it get done on both sides. Make sure your cheese melts. Okay, now I'm going to try to get it out of here and put it on my plate. And that's the finished product. The cheese is running all out of it, but that's okay. I think it came out pretty good for my first attempt in a few years. You know what, guys? I thought I was finished, but guess what? My daughter wants one, and she said that she didn't want one at first. So here I am again, making another one. She saw how good my husband's looked, and now she wants one. There's only 4 eggs for hers. I'm going to try to make it a little smaller this time, because they really don't need one that big like my husband. He likes his food big and with lots of cheese, so they don't like all this different stuff inside of there. So it's going to be a little bit more easier to do this one. I'm going to be adding in some chicken now. I put a little bit of parsley flakes in hers. That's what you see, those little green pieces. Here's the bell peppers and onions going in hers. Some cheese. Mozzarella cheese. And I'm going to wait a minute and then I'll try to flip it. Time to turn it. Here's the real test. Let me see if I can flip it. That one kind of flopped. Look at that. That's just going all over the place. That one didn't turn out so cute, but it's probably still be good. That's the best part about it. As long as it's good, that's all we're worried about. Let that sit a minute and then I flip it over on the other side. I flip it over on the other side. I like the way you making that food look. missed that one. And that's the finished product on that one. Thanks for watching again, guys. See y'all in the next video, and don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.